It's a party, wanna count of time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out. Yeah, you in the league, but you ain't hooping around and tear out. Before you judge me, you need to go and wipe the mirror off. Try to turn me down, the only thing you do is veer off. Showing fake love, I can tell it once I say it all. I just stay cool, acting like it wasn't weird at all. Most of the people that you meet are not who they appear at all. If you want on top, then you wouldn't hear it cheer at all. But I ain't got no top, I don't need a chandelier at all. I ain't got no time cause I be really out my mind. When the hate don't work, I guarantee they get the line. They all talk dog, it's a room full of brinds. I'm royalty, that means that it's in my bloodline. All hail the king, made the president resign. And if I'm not the king, then I'm making doves cry. I'm stepping on the scene like I never did reply. I ain't gotta justify, I'm cool. Tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Boosted on my cardio, I used to get the run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Everybody eating, it's a party, one kind of time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out.
Got your best friend hanging out the arm though. Got game like I'm dropping me a console. No, I don't swim, but I give a now flex. While you there looking depressed, feel the get up in your chest while I soak up my success, getting tokens for your stress. I'll be making all the checks anytime you see me step on a stage, acting real soft like my skin coming beige. Gonna step out and with him, girl, you fake. Try to get it out, what you handsome, you ain't dance on. Tell your boyfriend go and put your pants on. Down, the best friend. She went and did it.
Today, from NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas, it's Week 8 of the NFL on EA Sports. The Houston Texans taking on the Miami Dolphins.
On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Miami Dolphins and the Houston Texans. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB.
I guess we have to nickname him the thrower, aren't we, or something like that.
After last week?
I mean, man, you're talking about over 400 yards throwing the ball. The running backs and everyone else may be looking at him like, hey, don't forget us. And he'd probably just tell him, listen, you want to get in
Go out.
Go out and catch some passes. I'll make sure you touch it.
Throwing to start the drive. Jacobson. And he finds Howard complete. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job.
Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult it on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. After the turnover, it's Tua. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. That's a great example right there to remind everyone of what a weapon he can be as a mobile quarterback, Charles. Nice play to escape the pocket and get his offense into the red zone with a first down.
And defensive coaches losing their mind on that play because they knew about his mobility coming in, and they preached all week long. If he gets outside the pocket, find receivers in your area and cover them. Otherwise, plays like that will continue to result.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Second down, Gaskin, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal. Gaskin is into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. Just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The Texans send the punter out. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Pulled in at the 24. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Here's Gaskin. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. The Dolphins at 6-0. What a start to the season for them. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
Tua's throws taken in by Waddle. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
7 yards there and a first down. Looking to pass. Tua escaping the pressure right. And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa dancing to his left. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Texans are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Well, when he feels the pressure, naturally he likes going to his left, as most left-handed quarterbacks do. But this time he tries to let this go on the run, and it's going to wind up getting intercepted.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Hunt will try going up the middle. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 3rd down, Jacobson. That pass complete to Deontay Hardy. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This offense is starting to get into rhythm. A nice quick throw there on target. Able to pick up another first down.
On 1st down, Jacobson. He'll get this one to Pittman. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Texans. Michael Pittman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point try good by Gano. And we are tied at 7. A drive there of just 4 plays. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it was capped off on the touchdown catch by Michael Pittman, taking it about the 1. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. A lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A play fake for Gaskin. Now Tua out to his left. Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Tua. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Texans are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
The toss here completed to Pittman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They go play action here on 1st down. He'll buy some time right. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. The former 3rd-round pick, Justin Jones, bringing the lumber that time. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Back to throw. Jacobson. That's complete right side to Lazard. So the completion gets him just a yard. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 3rd 35 yards that time on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects it.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 3rd down, here's Gaskin. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. 43 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. Flush to his right. They'll leave that one for Gaskin. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain. I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Once again, it's Gaskin, and he's going to have the first down at about the 38. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Tagovailoa working out of the gun, buying time to his left. He's going to get this complete to Gaskin. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. To throw again on 2nd down. Tua. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 23 yards. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay. Tua now on 1st down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. To throw on 2nd and 10. Tua. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Touchdown! Jalen Waddle as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, Jacobson. It's hauled in by Hardy. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Now a play fake here on first down. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8 of the NFL season. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. And in the second quarter, it's the Vikings who are out on top. Adam Thielen, a touchdown reception. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting LA Chargers. Joe Mixon, a couple of touchdown runs. Finally, let's get to Silicon Valley. Check on the 49ers at home at Levi Stadium. And they were losers in their ball game as they were outplayed by the visiting New York Jets. Calvin Ridley, a touchdown catch in the victory. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Flushed out right. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Tua going to hand this to Gaskin. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. They'll go. It's Gaskin. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the first down.
Tua now on first down. He'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Forced out to his left. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
Then their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
The throw right sideline here is complete. He'll get it inside the 20. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Running on first down with Gaskin. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Gaskin again on second down. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 67 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll run with Gaskin. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. They'll try to run with Gaskin. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Myles Gaskin with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge, an opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small magical spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
They'll go option to the short side. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That second down play nets a -4. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to throw. Jacobson. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Jacobson. Throw left side, complete to Moss. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a dump off here complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now we've got a third down and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They'll look to throw again. And that's complete to Cooks. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 44-yard line. Handoff up the middle, Hunt. And down to the 36-yard line here. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Swings this out for Hunt. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a 2nd down and just a couple.
They'll run with Hunt.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
Emmanuel Ogbah, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Eric Rowe.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Miami's offense set and ready to go. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
84 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
He finds his man, complete. That's Newman. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Ready?
Up the middle, Gaskin.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here.
They'll go again with Gaskin.
And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line. Yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, that's caught inside the 20.
And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 42 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Gaskin will try it up the middle. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. On the handoff, Gaskin running right. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Give here to Gaskin. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they take a knee. Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they'll indeed take a knee. Can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Down to an E goes Tua, and that should just about do it. And a sight that's becoming familiar in this season. They remain undefeated, another win under their belt.
And they did it the way that they really want to. Taking a knee at the end of the game. That means you have the ball, you're in control, you dictate the final part of this ball game, and they did exactly that.
And the clock rolls down to 0. They'll roll him out right. And it'll be intercepted. And the Texans come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Dolphins, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to New England to take on the Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
That my Brooklyn, go see Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, grr to the reality, we still outside. Mine on the riches, hard in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boys stocks on the rise, Charlie, this flex know they ready. See, we went on the ride nobody wave, we the ones who started with it. Translation, Yanni had to buy, Yanni had Yanni hits. This goes so hard, even the ops go with it, That's how you know we lit. Grr.
Trust, me taking no loss. We be the hottest on the scene. Gemstones from the dust. Big dog, pretty leash. Where's the love in the streets? Got my heart on the beat. See that blood on my sheets. Yeah, when me ready, me hit it heavy. I zoom out the pride of my people already. Tell my Ellie, me I'm just sharing my journey. I'm thankful that people they hear me. Tribe of Joseph, I'm ahead of the bunch. P5, I was starving for months. A running cutscene, but on my pockets, me need my DNA. Baby for life, so become me a star before BBC. Don't take a lot to get rid of me. Me and them don't get the same. Me and them don't get the same. Boy, that they don't know who the name is. They say I move like I'm nameless. Cause I only come for the money bags and I don't really wanna be famous, man. You know what's up? You know what's up? You pretend, you don't lie, you don't be gang. You know what's up?
We going crazy, we at the top and we never gonna stop. Hop in a ghost, I'ma get swayzy. I just got off of the jet and I cry. My I win in a Humvee, I lie. I be on go cause I come from the shot. I'm shooting back, I ain't ducking no shots. Got power like Samson, I cut off the locks. Chirac, Timmer, in the cut like I'm Fredo Santana. Uju Banton, I hop in the Bama, the world is mine. I'm Tony Montana, I'm Pelican Fly. Diamonds on me cause I'm rapping a rock. I'ma go hard, I ain't killing them soft. I'm up in the hills, I feel like I'm Lauren, you ready or not? I like who got businesses, I'm CEO of mine. 1980, Prezi Rolly, we been working overtime. The witness, the police, the pigs, I don't eat swine. Son of Jacob, this biblical, my flow, the holy God. Save money ground up in the gutter where they found us. Stones in the fame mouth rush. More vacays, more bucks, more race, more foreign trucks, more on a tour bus, more